Okay, students of class 5, today let us move to the other chapter. That is your chapter number 5, decimals. So, what is a decimal number? A decimal number can be defined as a number whose whole number part and the fractional part is separated by a decimal point. So a whole number part and a fractional part is separated by a decimal point. Here is the example. So once again you see decimal number. A decimal number can be defined as a number whose whole number part and the fractional part is separated by a decimal point. The dot in a decimal number is called a decimal point. The digits following the decimal point show a value smaller than 1. That means the digits which are after the decimal point, for example in this case the digits 3 and 6 are after the decimal point, so their value will be always less than or smaller than 1. Okay, now this is an example of a decimal number where you have before the decimal the whole part and after the decimal point is the fractional part or the decimal part. Okay, so whole part and the decimal part or fractional part. So this is a decimal number. Now let's see some other thing about decimal numbers. Again you see here, decimal number is any number that has a decimal point is called a decimal number. Any number that has a decimal point is called a decimal number. For example, 3.7, 3.7. So it will be read as 3.7. Now this is a decimal number. The other thing is decimal fraction. Now decimal fractions are fractions with denominators 10 or 100 or 1000 or 10,000 and so on. So when the denominators are 10, 100, 1000, 10,000, 1 lakh, 10 lakh and so on, they are called decimal fractions. Example, 7 by 10, 1 by 100, 3 by 1000. In decimal notation they are 7 tenth, so 0.7, 100th, so 0.01, 3 thousandths, so 0.003. Now here if you see after point, the first place is called the 10th place. After point, the second place is called the 100th place. So we saw that now here 1 is in the 100th place. That's why we had 100th. Okay, now the next one, 3 thousandths. So 3 is in the 1000th place. That means after point, first place 10th, second place 100th and third place 1000th. So 3 in the 1000th place, 3000th. So here is 3 by 1000, so 0.003, 1 by 100, so 0.01, 7 by 10, 0.7. Again another thing, 7 whole 6 by 10 is a mixed fraction. You know about that, 7 whole 6 by 10. It is a mixed fraction. Now it will be read as 7 and 6 tenths. So this is the fractional part where you have 10 in the denominator, so it is 6 tenths. whole number part is 7. So 7 whole 6 by 10 in decimal form, 7 and 6 tenths. Here it is 7.6. The same thing, if you write in decimal form, will be 7.6. It will be read as 7.6. So this is 7.6 and this is 7 and 6 tenths. 7 and 6 tenths. In mixed fraction, 7 whole 6 by 10. So when we have 10 in the denominator, then what we call them? Decimal fractions. And we can convert such fractions into decimal numbers. Okay, thank you. We'll see more in our next class.